Yes boys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an absolutely awesome day. It's Erdtree and the DLC build is progressing. I've been making some tweaks, some little adjustments, and I've just started using the anvil hammer. Look at the state of this thing, it absolutely slaps. I had to respec and just put a few more points into intelligence to use it, but it didn't change the build too much and it just made it so I could use the weapon. I've also got a new shield that we're using there, and I'm also using the spread crossbow, which is new as well. Look at the explosions, look at the radius of effect. Really nice little addition to the build. I'm trying to play into the guard counters with this build now as well, because the guard counters hit for some insane damage. I've still got the hefty fire pots, but I need to farm for some more materials to craft them. And in the Flask of Wondrous Physics, I've started using the deflecting hard tier. As I say, I'm just trying to play into the guard counters. So yeah, let's get into the invasions. Exciting times. Here we go guys, first invasion of the video. The build is changing, things are being tweaked all the time as I'm playing through the DLC. I've still obviously not finished the DLC, I'm just taking my sweet time, I'm just really enjoying exploring. I'm not in any rush to get the DLC complete, I'm just enjoying playing the game, and then, you know, every now and then I'll have a little break from it to test the build out in invasions, because like I said, the build is always being tweaked. I'm finding new gear, new armour, and you know, it's nice to do some testing in the invasions, because that's what the end game of Elden Ring for us invaders is all about. The PvE is fun, the campaign is awesome, a lot of, you know, it's amazing, isn't it? It is what it is, it's absolutely amazing, but we all know that the end game for us guys is always going to be the invasion, so it's nice to have a little dabble here and there as you're playing through the campaign, just for a little nice break. The build is progressing, like I say. We've started using the anvil hammer. Look at the state of it, it's just an absolute squash machine. I'm just trying to squash everyone basically. I just want to get you under my hammer and squash you. It's a colossal weapon, it's got the standard colossal moveset, it's not got any new moveset like some of the new weapons have, you know. It's just a pretty standard colossal weapon moveset, but it's got a really nice L2 on it. Insane hyper armor, and if you hit them for the full combo of the L2, they're going to take a lot of damage, like an insane amount of damage. The L2 is insane, but it's short range, so you've got to kind of, you know, get your timing right when you're trying to use the L2 with the Ash of War. It's called a smithing art spear. This is it now. There you go. This is it now. You smash the ground, and then you fling your hammer back up into the air, and it brings a load of like spikes up. And it's just insane damage if it hits. Another thing about the build as well that's really coming to fruition is that I'm really trying to play on the guard counters with this build. Initially, in the last invasion video that I did, I was using the, is it the black steel hammer? I think that's what it's called. It's the initial big hammer that I found, and that had a really cool effect on the guard counters where it'd bring this golden explosion effect of you know, area of effects on the guard counter for some big holy damage, and that kind of got me in the mindset of playing into the guard counters for this build straight away. And even though I've swapped weapons, I don't get that special effect now on the anvil hammer on the guard counters. I still get a hell of a lot of damage on the guard counters, so I'm playing into it. I put the guard counter talisman on as well, and then I also started using the hard tier that you get for the flask after you kill the Wicker Man at the start of the game, the deflecting hard tier. And what that does, it creates a little bonus effect to your guard counter if you use it reactively. I'm still kind of getting used to it. To be honest, I'm not even sure if it works in PvP. I'm pretty sure it does, but I'm not 100% on it. I need to get that clarified, but for now it's in my flask, and I'm trying to just play into the guard counters anyway. So it's in the flask, but if anyone can clarify if it even does work in PvP for me, you'll make me either a very relieved man or a very upset man, because I'll have to take it out my flask in these invasions. But I'm pretty sure it works in PvP anyway, so you know, I'm happy. I'm a happy boy. We've got a new shield as well guys. Really smart shield. It's 100% physical blocking damage on the shield, so again it works really nice for guard counters. And as you could see there on that host, it actually does have quite high intelligence resist as well. You could see there we just died to the summon, but I did manage to get a shot off with the crossbow to kill the host, so that was quite a satisfying invasion. The crossbow that we're using on this one as well, we found a new crossbow. It's called a spread crossbow, not the repeated one that everyone knows from the trailer, not the machine gun crossbow if you like. This is more like a area of effect. It's like a big explosion crossbow, and it's really smart, like, because it's such a big area of effect. It's so good for finishing players off when they're low health, and it does quite a lot of damage. If you hit them with it, you get a good spread on them. It's going to do some good damage, as you should have seen already in these invasions. You know, it's already got me some kills. Here we go there. So unlucky not to finish off that summon, but you can see, you know, it's doing a good 250, 300 damage each time. So nice little addition to the build. As I said, the hefty throwing pots are still on the build as well. I do want to be using those as often as possible, but for these invasions on this video, I had actually run out of the crafting material, so I need to go and farm some, guys. I need to go and farm some things and get enough things ready, you know, so I've got a supply on the hefty pots, because I do really like using those as part of the build. You can see in this invasion as well, you know, from the recent patch, from the recent patch in this invasion, you can see some of the changes coming into play really nicely. We're getting spammed with some Moonveil attacks here, and it's not doing anywhere near as much damage. I'm able to stay in the fight for a lot longer. I'm not kind of panicking over maybe taking 1 or 2 shots off the Moonveil if I miss a dodge. Although they did get the better of me there in that invasion. They managed to kill me, but I thought it was a good one because it shows the latest changes from the patch. Halberds have been nerfed, the Moonveil has been nerfed, and it just feels really nice. The game in general is feeling really good. I'm still running into some crazy weapons from the DLC that I've not yet found myself. So, you know, the new weapons, it's quite hard to play around them. You're not used to the move sets. A lot of things feel quite broken at the minute in terms of the damage that they're putting out. Some of the things I've come across have been pretty mental. But it's all good, isn't it? It's all the beauty of a DLC. It's the beauty of finding these new weapons. And of course they're going to be very strong on release. I'm pretty sure that they're going to get nerfed. Quite a few things that I've seen so far will get nerfed, but it is what it is. I'm not too fussed. I'm just enjoying the game, guys. It's so active. Invasions are coming thick and fast. Everyone seems to be having a great time. Clever from this horse there. He just led me into the trap and got my head squashed by those spikes, so took a bit of damage off me there, but we're going back at him again. I'm loving this hammer. The anvil hammer's absolutely awesome. I love colossal weapons. You guys already know I love big hammers. I love colossal weapons and all my other builds. Favourite weapon type, so a massive big hammer like this just suits me down to the ground. Really does. I am looking to put some incantations on this build as well. I'm just looking to find them in the campaign as we go along. I've not found many incantations yet. I've got a few of the older ones on this build currently. Flame grant me strength for the nice damage buff. I was initially using Golden Vow, but I kind of clicked on afterwards that this hammer does fire damage, it doesn't do holy damage, so I decided to go with Flame grant me strength just for the extra damage buff on our fire damage. It just suits the build a lot better than the Golden Vow did, so that was a change that I implemented, you know, after a few of these invasions. I realised it would be a lot better off, so I made the little change there. And yeah, it's just going really good. I'm just absolutely loving it. Absolutely loving the game. I can't wait to get back on and progress even more through some of the campaign. I completed the Rellana boss fight last night. That's her name, isn't it? Rellana. What an epic boss fight that is. I actually thought she was a bit easier to handle than the Lion Dancer, and the Lion Dancer was crazy. The Lion Dancer boss fight, for me, so far, has probably been the hardest one. And then Rellana afterwards, I thought was an absolutely awesome fight. I love those kind of one-on-one fights with a boss where it's just you and someone else using like standard weapons, if you will. Obviously, she's got a lot of other effects going on, but that's the kind of boss fight I really enjoy. And I thought it was absolutely brilliant. But in terms of difficulty for me, I think the Lion Dancer has been the hardest so far. But it's just fantastic. It's just what a DLC they've put out here. It's so good. I'm just taking my sweet time. I'm not in any rush. I'm enjoying it too much to rush it. And I think it's a nice little routine I've got going on. progress through the campaign, then come back, have a little break, do a few invasions, then go back to the campaign to progress a little more. But this is the last invasion of the video, guys. We've had like 7 or 8 invasions just to showcase how the build is coming along. I'm sure next time you see the build there'll be a few more tweaks even still after this. Just depends what I find as we go along. But for now, I'm really enjoying it as it is. This horse put up a good fight, but it's about to come to an end for him. He's just going to be another victim to get squashed by the anvil hammer. And there we go. Get squashed. Nice. Nice invasion. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's all I've got for you today. Thanks for watching. I hope you're all enjoying the DLC as much as I am. Don't rush it, guys. Don't rush to get it finished. Just enjoy it. I know I'm going to enjoy the rest of my playthrough. Anyway, look after yourselves, guys, and I'll see you all on the next one.